Hi, this is Gabriel Castro from ExoticWoodPen.com. In this video, I'm showing you this Churchill rollerball pen, how I'm using CA glue to stabilize it through the turning and as a finish. So these are really tight and you hear that snap in there, which is a good fit. But when I get some CA glue in there, just in the case that, see, I had to fight to get that off, just in the case that I have any CA glue run on the inside and get those stuck, which I've had before, I'm just going to take a little mineral oil, just a little drops, nothing major, my Q-tip, and I'm just going to put a little mineral oil on the inside of those bushings just to lubricate those up. That way the CA doesn't stick. I don't do that very often, but it does help. And actually goes in a bit easier. Bottom ones are pretty good. Anyway, that's a small tip. So as we'll turn that, we'll show you how that goes. I relieve the edges so that I don't get any catches as I turn and break this thing apart. I've had it happen before in the past, so just a little extra precaution there on the segmenting. Turn the speed up. You kind of see how that's coming out. Normally I'd have the dust collection on, but as you can see, I'm going like this. I'm making a push cut and then I'm going back and forth to a pull, and I'm going to do that on both sides, and then I'll go to a skew to finish it off. I'm just going to get a rough shape before I put some glue on it though. So here we're making a push cut and rolling the tool as I go. Okay, so now switching over, and I want to flood this with CA. I'm using CA Thin with Accelerator that I got from Rockler. Normally I would do this with the garage door open. It's really windy and noisy outside, so I'm not doing it that way today. So it's going to get kind of fumey. Now all I'm doing it with the CA glue is I'm trying to fill any voids from the segmenting And you're going to want to put down a paper towel for all those drips so you don't get into your tool bed. And I'm going to do this several times throughout the turning. And you can see how fast that activator works like that. So without the paper towel, you see those spots that gets all over your tool bed, which has happened to me numerous times. So we're going to go ahead and turn that back off. This time I am going to turn on the dust collection. I'm going to loosen up this right here. I'm going to rotate. I'm going to hold the mandrel in place, and then I want to rotate both these pieces 180 degrees, and then tighten that up in case there's a little bit of a wobble. I can make sure that evens it out. And we're going to go back and turn it back on again. Turned off the dust collection. You can sort of hear a little bit of a tapping, so it is a little out of round. It's just because the mandrel starts an older mandrel, so there's a slight wobble in it, and part of that's caused from over tensioning. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So the woods I used are on the sides. So I'm using 220 just to smoothen that out. An idea of what that's going to look like. Now, if I had softwoods in here like maple or something like that, I would have sealed it first with some CA glue before I started sanding it. But because it's all hardwood, I don't have to worry about that, because I won't have to worry about the one color blending or bleeding into another one. So we'll just go ahead and sand that through. Probably don't need that, but as a precaution, it's easier to put that down. We do a CA glue finish, 3 coats of thin, Okay, I had to stop for a second there. I was choking on the CA fumes, but that's just 3 coats of CA glue. So now I'm going to sand that again, put 2 coats of CA medium, and then sand that, and then finish it with some hot wax. So this is 2 coats of medium. This you gotta get moved quick because it's grabby. If you overdo it, it will get hazy, so don't put too many coats on. Okay, so now we're going to go back and sand this. After 3 coats of CA thin and 2 coats of CA medium, and then resanding it up to this is a 2000 wet dry. It's still got quite a bit of scratches on it, so I'm switching over to some Hut Perfect Pen Polish. I'll turn the speed back up. Just burnish that in like you would normally. Oh, that looks pretty good. And we'll just assemble. What that looks like. I've got the chevrons on the end and a scallop in the middle. These scallops. And another small scallop on the return for the chevrons on top. And that's a Churchill rollerball. Got a little bit of a boo-boo right there, but that's okay. And that's just a regular rollerball. The good thing about these is you can change those out and put a fountain pen tip, and you can offer this pen 2 different ways. That's a triple star thread, so there, now it lines up nicely. Alright, so if you like it, give me a like, thumbs up, or subscribe. Thank you.